All right, what's up, guys? Chokosura here, and we're back with a Secret of Mana Randomizer challenge seed. I know it's been quite some time since I've actually done a challenge seed, but this one popped up on the Discord recently, and I thought I'd check it out. So let's see what we can do with this challenge seed. All right, so we have 7 flags for this challenge seed. This is, before I get into it, this is a Mana Tree Revival seed. It's called Save the Mana Tree. So a pretty basic title, but we basically have to get all 8 seeds and complete this Mana Tree Revival mode. But we do have 7 flags for this seed. Starting off, we have a random starting character. We have restrictive logic as always. We also have swapped bosses, so the bosses are going to be randomized. We also have random character roles. So for those who don't know what that is, basically the roles of the boy, the girl, and the sprite, they are randomized amongst each other. It's possible that the boy could gain the ability to cast girl magic or sprite magic. The girl and the sprite can lose their magic and take on the boy's role, so it depends on what the randomizer does with these. It's not set to unique, so it is possible that we could have duplicate roles. So we could end up with 3 boys, 3 girls, 3 sprites, or any combination in between. So it just makes things a little bit more interesting as far as how to control your characters. Speaking of the characters, all 3 characters are in the seed. Find both characters at current level. We also have vanilla enemy stat growth. Now, what this means is the enemies will retain their vanilla stats. This is a flag that should not be trifled with because depending on what we find, the enemies aren't randomized, so we should they should be tied to their location, difficulty location. So whatever we find early game is going to have like early game enemy stats and whatnot. So yeah, so in other words, we can't, we have to be a little bit more careful doing freebies because like Empire enemies are like level 30 plus and we get one shot by them. So we have to be extremely careful with this flag. This also means this is going to be a seed where save splitting is pretty useless because we will need to gain levels in order to get through Pure Land. So, and ultimately we have to go through Pure Land, so we do want to be at least level 35 before we go through there, maybe level 40. Have some magic on hand or whatever. It depends on what the random character roles are too, so we'll see what happens there. Last but not least, there's a very interesting flag that we don't get to see often. It's called Swapped Enemy AI. And what this means is the AI of all the non-boss enemies is swapped amongst each other. So, I mean, this flag honestly is kind of wonky. Um, I haven't experimented with this flag too much in the past, but what I've experience from this flag is that enemies, they do some pretty weird things. They can move uh, pretty erratically, so you can see some weird stuff. You're gonna see some weird stuff on this run. um I don't think this is going to be too bad as far as, enemy AI is concerned, because this flag is, I'm not gonna say it's not working correctly, but it is kind of wonky. It's very wonky actually. So we can see anything. Um, yeah, so we just have to adapt to enemy movements and, what they decide to do if they have MP to cast stuff and whatnot. So yeah. So all in all, I don't think this challenge seed is going to be too bad. We just have to be careful what checks we do. It's probably going to be a seed that I play from front to back pretty much. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so we're starting off with the boy. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. But yeah, swapped enemy AI. It's not as, menacing as it may look. like I said, these enemy AI patterns could be wonky depending on what gets swapped to what. So all in all, I don't expect to run into anything too terrible. We may see some erratic movements, some erratic patterns from these enemies. Okay, starting off with the gloves. Okay, dark intelligence. Alright, do keep in mind that the enemies do have their vanilla stats. And the boy is himself, since he does have 50 HP. So the boy's role did not get swapped. Hints are turned on, by the way. Okay, total elements 3. Ooh. Oh boy, this could be a spriteless seed. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is to go out here and hopefully grab some early cash. Okay, so these green drops are gonna have rabbi stats. Let's hope we can get some chests going here. I do believe that these chests are gonna still drop 8,600 gold. So I want to grab like 2 or 3 of them if I can, if they drop any. The chest drops are set to normal, so they'll drop chests eventually. Ow. Yeah, you saw that green drop flash right there. I'm thinking he was trying to cast something, but he couldn't. Okay, yeah, they're dropping 8,600 gold. Pretty much a quirk with vanilla enemy stats. That hasn't really been, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but it is what it is. Okay. Eventually, we do want to farm up a bunch of cash so we can get armor for late game. Because we will be needing armor to get through Pure Land. Otherwise, we're just going to get one shot by stuff. And we do not want that. Okay, so we should have, what, 20k? Yeah, 25k. I'll go one more time. I'll go one more time. Gaining levels right now doesn't matter. We're going to have to grind levels eventually. And as I mentioned earlier, save splitting bosses doesn't really do anything because the bosses are at their vanilla levels as well. And they're gonna have their vanilla HP as well. Alright, so I think we should be okay for now. 34k. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that circlet we saw in the shop here. And might as well go ahead and kill Mantis Ant while I'm here. Hold on, that imp string is what, 40k? and 42k. Uh, I mean, I could farm that. You know what? I could just straight out farm that. I could farm that real quick. And that way we will already have, you know, an in-game ring. And that means we won't have to get one later on. So I think we're just going to go ahead and farm this money real quick. Nice. Drop 2 chests. Okay. So we'll buy that Imp's ring. And then we can just, you know, sit on that for pretty much the entire run. I mean, preferably I'd like to have a gauntlet, but, you know, it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and buy this. We still got 15k left over. Yeah, so we should be fine. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and kill Mantis Ant real quick. Oh, ooh. Yeah, we can kill, It's got Mantis Ant's HP and stats, so it shouldn't take too long to kill this guy. Okay, Fire Breath, that does nothing. With this Imp's ring and Circlet, we're pretty much invulnerable to like pretty much every early game boss, every mid game boss. Yeah. We don't have to worry about taking damage from any of them. But once we start hitting up like late game areas like Sunken Continent, Pure Land, we will want to have, at the very least, we want to have Best Guards, Gauntlets and up, and Needle Helms and up, in order to survive, you know, comfortably. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and come down here, grab our hints. Dark Sea, Forgotten Land. Okay, so Dark Sea's on Sunken Continent somewhere. Good to know. Okay, not needing Undini. Yeah, I'm thinking this is a Spriteless Seed. Okay, this is 60 HP. Alright, Gnome in a chest. Not needed Undini. I will kill this guy though. Chest? Nope. Okay, nothing there. Tonpole, that's 700 HP. I don't want to mess with that. I mean, my defense is excellent. My offense, on the other hand, is not that great right now since we're still toting around a level 1 glove. Come here. Northtown Castle has the spear. Okay. I have this. I have the feeling that this is a Spriteless Seed. So with that said, I'm gonna have to probably forge and see if I can find a good stone weapon. Because when we're dealing with vanilla enemy stack, well, stone weapons are excellent. Okay, Wind Seed on Watts. Especially for higher level enemies, as they have more HP, we can kill them in less hits. Okay, Lumina. Yeah, this might be Spriteless. This is definitely looking like a Spriteless Seed for sure. Okay, 1,800 bucks there. We rope out, check the shop. I mean, I'm only checking the shop just to see what in-game armor there is. We can buy some, like, better chest armor now, I guess. I mean, I could, but... Okay, there's cockatrice cap. 22k, not too far off from that, actually. We're gonna go ahead and buy the tiger suit, though, just because we have the money for it. I guess we can kill Tropicalos, but it's only 300 HP. Okay. Ideally, I want to hit up freebies and get some more weapon orbs first. Ideally. Yeah, poison gas, we don't care about that. And like I said earlier, we're not gonna save split any of these bosses. We don't need to. So whatever these checks have on them, we'll just keep them. There's no point, you know, resetting out of these. Because we're gonna need the levels anyway. Alright, we get Axe Orb, Whip Orb, nothing. Okay. Kilroy spot is 900 health though. I might just save that for later when I'm a little bit stronger. Not that I can't kill that spot, it's just it's gonna take a long time to kill it. Let's see if I can get a chest drop from any of these guys, maybe, I don't know. Oh, Exploder. I think those guys cast Exploder normally though, I think. Oh, he might have Tomato Man stats, okay. Someone tried to cast a level 7 speed down on me, which would have crippled me because I don't have any medical herbs. And level 7 speed down lasts for quite a long time. Okay, Dryad Seeds there, that's nice. Alright, so we'll drop by Kuiper, we'll check the hint. I mean, I could pick the shop. I might as well since I'm right next to it. Okay, Amulet Ring, Duck Helm, Laz Ring. Okay. We have Imp's Ring, so we're not worried about getting any more rings. Not for the boy, anyway. Okay, Moogle Belt, late. Oh, I want this. Drop by Pandora. I could do ruins right now. I probably should actually. I mean, it's not that I can't do it. It's just my damage is okay. Fairy crowns here. It's just that my damage is low. Buy some of these just in case I do get hit with speed down or silence or something. I don't know. Maybe I should just go do freebies first. Okay, nothing there. Yeah, I'm just gonna do freebies here. See if I can grab some more glove orbs, another weapon. We know the spears are North Town. and see where the other characters are. Okay, there's Dryad and a Jab Orb. Sure, we take those. I imagine even with this armor, we shouldn't have too many issues going through mid-game areas. Okay, there's Power Suit, Amulet Helm, in that shop. Power Suit is the best armor in the game for the boy. 53,000 gold. Amulet Helm's like 40 something. Okay, Salamando. One check that is not free is Tasnica, and that's because the enemy there is always level 44. And it's got like 500 health, so... Well, it might be free due to this armor, so we'll see. I mean, with an imp string and a tiger suit, I don't think... And a circlet, I don't think it's going to be too bad. But my problem right now is my offense. It's just not there. We do 20 damage per hit. And we want to do something about that. Alright, tower key and a treasure room. Okay, so Pandora Treasury has the gold key. Magical armor, there's Fairy Cloak, there's Vescar, there's Watcher Ring, Dragon Ring. Okay, so pretty much all the endgame armors in this shop right here. Okay. Fairy Cloaks, Vampire Capes, Dragon Ring, Amulet Ring, or not Amulet Ring, but Watcher Ring rather. And we saw Fairy Cloaks, Fairy Crowns rather in Pandora, so we know where all the endgame armor is now. Oh, these are some fast-moving weepy eyes. I've never seen them move this fast. Like I said, swap enemy AI could do some weird stuff. Okay, there's the bow. And the spear. That's the storm. Okay. We could go ahead and check these out real quick, though. Okay, spear, con confuse, ant stone. Okay, bow, I might actually take that. And those guys are like perma on their nude girl pages. Swap enemy AI is funny. Okay, Bow's Orb. We rope out. Now, one thing we don't want to be doing right now is trying to fight mid-game bosses because one, we don't have the levels, and two, we don't have the damage. We may have the defense, but getting through these mid-game bosses is going to take a very long time, so we don't want to be messing with them yet. Oh, they're casting Ice Saber. Interesting. Okay, there's the axe. Any good? High damage and thunder. Eh. Alright, we've got 2 seeds so far. Wind Seed, Dryad Seed. We will need to find all 8 seeds this run. What in the world? Okay. I don't know. Alright, boom orb. Okay, now that is weird. The ghost casting Lucid Barrier, that's actually kind of funny. Because you can't hit them with physical attacks anyway. And them casting Lucid Barrier is just weird. Kind of defeats the purpose of that spell. Eventually, I might have to go back to Rabbi Forest and grind some more money. Depends on if I find the other 2 characters or not. I may honestly only end up picking up one of the 2 characters because something tells me that this is a spriteless seed. And by spriteless, I mean sprite magic is not in the seed. So it is possible that we end up with 2 boys and a girl, or a boy and 2 girls this run. Which means I really don't need all 3 characters. Okay, 200 gold. We're going to go ahead and rope out of here. I mean, having 2 boys around is nice, but I mean, we don't really need 2 boys or 2 girls. We just need a boy and a girl. Oh, look at this guy. What? Okay. I don't know. He's just... Okay, so for this mid. He just like... Did he turn into a Doom Sword? Or... Okay, there's the Sprite. Okay, Sprite King with the whip. Alright, cool. Okay, Int Stone on the whip. I think I'm gonna keep him with that, actually. I gotta be careful with Sprite because I don't have any armor on him. And I'm in the mid-game area right now. So he will get one shot if he gets hit by any of these things. Okay, we got Salamander, we got Gnome, or not Gnome, we have you know what? I know what you can do, Sprite. I can level this up. There we go. Yeah, I might as well level this up to 2 right now. I think this is 360 HP. I think we can kill. Try doing this. There we go. Okay, Sprite leveled. Alright, bow orb. What about? Honestly, I might do that grind session right now. Okay, I don't know what they're casting, but alright, let's get out of here. Okay, so Sprite came in with girl magic, so that means the girl is either a boy clone or a sprite clone. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. The girl is either a boy clone or is herself. So I don't think we need to go for her. We already have the axe and we have the whip. So if we find the girl anywhere, I think we just reset out of her. Okay, nothing there. Let me out. I think my next stop is Mandala Temple. And then what I think I might do is go back to Rabbi Forest and grind some money to get armor for Spirit. I think that's what I'll do. We saw vest guards, we saw in-game rings, we saw in-game helmets. Okay, not needed Undini. Axis mid, we already got that. Not needed Gnome. Yeah, this is a Spriteless Seed, for sure. It's gotta be. Mid Mallet behind the waterfall. Javelin, Northtown. Mech 3 is dead. Okay, so nothing too helpful there, honestly. Pretty much confirmed our suspicions that this is a spriteless seed. Well, sprite magicless seed, I should say. Which means the girl is not going to have sprite magic if I find her. And she's either going to be herself or she's going to, you know, have the boys role. And like I said earlier, we don't need 2 boys. And we don't need 2 girls. Tastica, can we kill this? We might be able to kill it. Let me sleep real quick because my sprite's out of MP. And this is assuming that the enemy there can be petrified. I don't know. Sprite. I mean, I don't want to get any of this right now, so. The whip has petrified. We'll force the spear. We'll force the axe. Great axe. Let me see what we have first. Okay, axe is int stone. I might give that to the sprite actually. And int and ice on the. Yeah, I might give the axe to the sprite. It's got intelligence and stone on it. Yeah, we can do that. Which means I can forge this and forge this. Okay, great bow. Keep going. Longbow. Okay, whip is and thunder. Bow is confire. Okay, yeah, this should be fine. This should be fine. I gotta protect the sprite though because he's got no armor. Go ahead and save. I'm pretty certain we can do Tasnica, I think, at this level. We got level 2 Lucent Beam. I don't know, actually. It depends what's here, though. Because, like I said earlier, this spot is actually not free. On vanilla enemy stack build, it's not. Alright, let's see what this is. Bomb B. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, can we sleep? Oh, right, we don't have sleep elevate. I don't think Blaze Wall works on them. We can try it, though. No, they're fire element, that's why. It doesn't work on them. Okay, let's do this thing. Alright, hold on. I might need to bust out my spear here. Confire, thunder. Let me try using the spear. It's ice element. Okay, he petrified that one. Nice. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. That's why we want petrified weapons, by the way. Alright, Moonseed. Okay, cool. Let me take that. Alright, nothing on the king. Guess we can check this shop. I mean, I don't see why not. Okay, we got Dragon Ring, 31k, Power Suit. I need to get Sprite something. I think I just straight up grind at this point. Yeah, I think I just straight up grind money at this point before I do anything else. And that way we'll get our armor and then we can just coast through the rest of the seed. I think that's the right play here. Is just to farm money until we get enough to get Sprite armor. Get the bow, boy. Yeah. M swing's 42k. Fairy crown is 58. Actually, hold on. Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh. We can also grab this hint that's up here too. Alright, Undini and a volcano. Okay, so Undini's Imperial Land. Honestly, I think I just take control of Sprite here. And we want to make sure we farm up enough money to get in-game armor for everybody. Boy's got Imp String. I want to get a vest guard or a power suit for him eventually, and then we'll upgrade him to like cockatrice cap or something. I don't know. Okay, level 3 arrow. Yeah, so we're just gonna do a couple of laps through here. Get chests on the way. Oh, got the rare drop, unfortunately. Let's see, what weapons are left? Sword, javelins in Northtown, boomerang, we don't know. So the girl is gonna come in with one of those, either the sword or the boomerang, I think. So we really don't need her at this point. Because, I mean, she's honestly gonna be just another mouth to feed, and I don't wanna spend the time to feed her. I know that sounds cruel, but yeah. especially since I don't have Sprite Magic available to see. Okay, let me grab the Imp String while I'm here. It's that way I'll have the rings done. Okay, 102. Go ahead and grab that. Alright, so we have 60k right now. Griffin Helm is, I believe, 44k. If I find it, I haven't found it yet. Might just stick with Needle Helm because Needle Helm is 15k. And then Vest Guards are like 32k a piece, like 32,750, something like that. So really all we need is about like 100k. Of course, that's assuming that we find needle helms in a normal shop and they're not sitting on a Nico somewhere. We already saw cockatrice caps, so I could settle for those if I don't find needle helms. Oh. Just? Yes. We also have 3 seeds now. I could get my magic to level 3. Well, Lumina and Salamander anyway. I also want to farm up enough money to get walnuts as well, so I might farm a little bit over 100k. Let me see how much I have. Oh, 129. Okay, yeah, we can technically stop here. I'll go through this room. I should have had the boy open that. That's okay though. Ah. Alright, we should be good as far as money. Yeah, we should be good. Let me see. Needle Helm. We saw Vest Guard in Northtown, so I'll pick 2 of those up real quick. I mean, I could go for the power suit, yeah, but power suit is... Well, maybe I should. I mean, 65 versus 32. Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll just get 2 Vest Guards. And then we'll go for needle helms if I could find them. Oh, right. He had no armor because he was, he has girls roll. So that midge rope wasn't even on him. Alright, let's check Southtown and see what they have. I'm looking for helmets now. So we have vest guards on both of them. We have imp swings, which is good enough. Ideally, I want fairy ring, which will protect us from a bunch of status effects. Most importantly, silence and balloon. Do we check mirror, right? I think we checked mirror. But at the very least, imp swing protects against, I believe, engulf. Okay, Griffin Helm's here. That's good. We take that. What else is here? Oh, gauntlets are here. I mean, kind of too little, too late for that now. Griffin Helm is +5 to strength, I believe. You can have. Oh wait, you can't wear that. Yeah, it is. Okay. We saw cockatrice cap in Pandora, I think. Was it Pandora we saw that? No. No, it was Dwarf Village. I think it was Dwarf Village. I saw that. I can grab that for the sprite, and then we'll be good on armor for the rest of the run. We should be okay. Not to mention, we still want to kill voice spot. Let's see what's sitting here. I'm pretty sure we saw a cockatrice cap here. I might be mistaken. No, it is here. Okay, I was going to say. Yeah, we'll just grab this and be done with armor. Before I do that, we'll grab a couple of these. And I think we're okay now. And we don't have to worry about taking damage from stuff. We can go ahead and sell that. And like I said, if we run across Prim, then we just reset because we really don't need her. Alright, we are going to save though. Actually, are you full MP, Sprite? Yes, okay, good. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll look for an amulet helm for him. For +5 intelligence. Alright, Tropicala, we're just gonna cast Fire Bouquet on him. Ugh. We dealt some damage to him. He might go back down for that extra hit there. Nope. Good. Alright, so we're in very good shape as far as defense. All we really need right now is to find Gnome and Luna. And I think this seed is pretty much over and done with. We just need the levels to get through bosses and whatnot. Okay, Boom Orb, Axe Orb. I think we got a hint saying Gnome was in a chest too. Alright, so we do Pandora runes. Like I said, we're just gonna play this front to back. And we're not doing anything silly like early Pure Land runs. There's no way we get through those Pure Land bosses right now. Not as we are anyway. We just don't have the offense. Owls that don't cast silence. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Oh, ninjas are pooping out Terminators there. Yeah. Oh, did your AI get swapped, Mr. Owl? Oh, too bad. Alright, who is this? Blue Dragon. It's gonna be a little bit difficult with the bow, though. I need to get him in the position here if I can. I was hoping Spike would hit him right there. At 80. What? What am I doing? Oh, I got him MP, that's right. I didn't level up after that Killboy fight, unfortunately. Well, he'll die eventually. I don't want to move from the spot because otherwise he'll move. He'll fly off screen. This positioning for these dragon fights is also in the newbie guide, by the way. I mean, it doesn't explain it that well, but if you are in a certain spot, then you can get the dragons to sit still, and you can just keep hitting them, rather than them flying off screen and casting spells on you. Alright, Bow Orb and Jab Orb. Okay. Alright, still 3 seeds. Ideally, we're looking for Gnome and Luna. Ideally. Because this seed will really take off once we have both of them. Gnome is in a chest, so I might just go look for chests and see if I can find them. Okay, see her tail on the girl. Okay, there's the gold key. We got a hint for that earlier. Jab orb, whip orb, boom orb, glove orb, and water seed. Okay, water seed is good. We take that. We whip out. We can turn in the sea hair tail. Sprite should have full MP. We just leveled. Okay, so gnome wasn't there. We have the moon seed. I suppose we can turn that in. Okay, see here tail gives us Luna. Okay, perfect. That's what we want to see. Luna's good. I'll go ahead and forge this bow again and see if I can get a stone weapon. Ancient bow. Ew. High damage. Yikes. Alright. High damage is not what we want to see. Alright, so we do have Luna though, which is good. Let's see if we can turn in the moon seed. If this is Sylphid, we know where Sylphid is. We know he's in mid-game. Okay, Salamander, we got that. So we can turn this in right now. We can also turn in the wind seed and unlock that. We can't hit those. We can't hit those very well anyway. So we're just gonna leave them alone. Alright, Moonseed gives us Glove Orb and a Boom Orb. Okay, so nothing there. That's important anyway. Could check Dark Palace. Might as well. We have the axe, so I don't see why not. Dead. Nope. We do want levels. Okay, Salamander just hit 3. I think Sprite leveled again too. Yeah, he did. Okay, Salamander's level 4. I'm honestly trying to look for Gnome right now. Okay, Bow Orb. We can kill. Okay. Like I said, we want levels. Otherwise, we are not going to get through Pure Land. that's boy. Bow's level 4. I might just keep him on this bow, actually. I mean, it's the strongest weapon I have. Gnome? Nope, not Gnome. Alright, so Gnome's not there. I think we check Sunken City chest after this. I'm gonna go up here and grab some hints, if I can. I know what you can do, Sprite, is to do this. Start working on your lunar magic. And this way, I'll have more charges of moon energy to work with in boss fights. Level 2? Yep. Alright, what do you two goobers say? Boomerang underground and bow in Northtown. Okay, so nothing useful. Boomerang's underground, which means the girl has the sword. And again, the girl is kind of irrelevant this seed. We don't need her at all. Okay, so I think we try Sunken City chest here and see if Gnome is over here. We know that the Dark Sea's on Sunken Continent too, so maybe we'll run into the Dark Sea. We got to be a little bit careful though. I think we'll be fine though. With this armor, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, these guys are like level 50 something. Although, get one to me too, sure, why not? And I was in a wrong spot there. Nice. There he is. There's Gnome. That's what we want to see. Alright, so we are pretty much good to go at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and check Grand Palace chest here while I'm over here. We know the Dark Sea is on a Sunken Continent, so it might be in here. I don't know. I think the Wind Palace is probably my next stop. And we don't have to activate the crystal orbs because we know that Mech 3 doesn't have any seeds. Okay, 800 gold. Go about. Dark Seed. Damn. We don't have... I mean, we got Boon Energy, so maybe we can. Snapdragon spot is a scary spot, though. So, I don't know. A Snapdragon spot is one of the few spots in the game that's actually very scary. No matter what armor you have on. Okay. I want this so bad. I really do. Actually, hold on. Can we get this? I want this. Yeah, we can get that. I might as well grab this power suit. I mean, what's it? 24. Nah, that's greedy. That's greedy. I don't want that. All right. So we are going to save. We'll go to Wind Palace. We'll turn in the Wind Seed. And then what I think I'll do is just power level Gnome and Luna to level 4. Yeah. I just power level Gnome and Luna. Maybe. Do I want to power level Lumina? I don't know if I want to power level Lumina up to 4. I don't think I need to. I have Gnome and Luna. We have a level 4 bow too, so I think we just power level Gnome and Luna to level 4 and call it a day. Tiger. Yeah. Cast this. Got him. Dead. Reason why I want to power level Gnome is for the speed up effect. It lasts longer. I don't have to end up recasting it every like 45 seconds or whatever. And the reason I want to power level Luna is so we can have more charges on Moon Energy per cast. I think Moon Energy at level 4 gives us 5 charges of it, I think. Okay, Axe Orb, nothing. Alright. I don't have Mage Mallet, unfortunately. Oh, no, I could do. Swap the spirit. I think this works better if I had Mage Mallet. Alright, level 3 defender. There's a trick to casting faster. Yeah, I need one more. There's a trick to casting a little bit faster if you switch characters properly, which I am totally not doing. Alright, speed up. Alright, let's go. That's all I want to power up right now. Salamander should already be at level 4, I think. And Lumina is like... I think Lumina's like level 1, isn't it? Or level 2, one of them. Yeah, level 2, okay. And Dryad, we don't really need to worry about. We're not getting hit by a lot of spells, so we can just keep Dryad at 0. Alright, so what's my next stop? I think it's Undini's Cave. And Water Palace, we can do both. And we can do Witch's Castle too, so we might as well just full clear this whole place. Vampire? Buffy. Hell, you might as well do this then. At the very least, I can get Lumina up through boss fights, which is something. I think one more gets it up. Yep, he should be dead. Let's see. Only other elementals we don't have are Undini and Sylphid. We know Sylphid is mid and Undini's in Pure Land. So we know where they are at least. Alright, Whip Orb, Bow Orb. Okay, we'll save. I'm trying to think if I can go for the Dark Seed or not, because we're only level 20 right now, or 21. So I don't know if we can comfortably get through Sunken Continent right now. Okay, there's that. Level Orb. What about we do Witch's Castle here? We can go for the Nestle Berry Hint. I'm gonna walk up here and get a heal real quick for Sprite. What else are we missing? Earth Seed, Fire Seed. Dark Seed we know is on Sunken Continent. And Light Seed we're missing as well. One of those seeds could be in Pure Land too, which would be kind of tragic. Well, not really. Not really. Whoa, were they flipping upside down? Did you see that? That was weird. Come on, Sprite. Flashing bombies. Alright, what we got here? Sylphid and Upperland. Yeah, we know where Sylphid is. And that doesn't really help us right now. Matter of fact, we know exactly where Sylphid is. False Gigas, dude. We know exactly where Sylphid is. Sylphid is in Flamey Cave. Gotta be. Because we already checked Wind Palace, we already checked Moogle Village, and we already checked the Matango Chest. So the only place in Upperland left is Flamey Cave. And right now, we don't need Sylphid for anything, but I could be wrong. So we might have to go for that eventually. I don't know. Alright, we got 1,200 bucks and a Boom Orb. Okay, so nothing here. I'm tempted to go for that Dark Seed, but I don't. Let me forge my bow and see if I can actually get through some of these Sunken Continent bosses. I don't know. Because like I said earlier, Snapdragon Spot is very scary. Okay, so we'll forge this. Shooting Star. What is this? Fire element? Oh, Strength and Fire. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me save because I might keep that. I want to see what the next 2 levels of the bow are first. Because if they're garbage, then I'll just reset. If I get something like increased crit, strength, and stone, then that's going to be a lock. Okay, we got, oh lord, big chungus. Dark and end, nah. Let's keep going. Elfin bow, damn. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll just keep going. Just keep my level 5 bow. Alright, so we saved. I mean, we can try it. I don't know. I mean, we got Lucid Barrier, we have Defender, we have Fire Bouquet, so it might not be too bad. I know casting magic on the spot's not going to be too helpful here. Because this spot's going to have Snapdragon stats. Yeah, okay, let me... Alright, let me set this up. First of all, we do this. We do this, we do this. And then we do this. Alright, get over here. I want to set up Lucid Barrier as well. I'm just gonna play a hit and run game here. Dead. There we go. Yeah, Snapdragon spot is very strong, by the way. We do not want to take any chances with that set, with this spot. When it has vanilla enemy stack growth anyway. Another spot that's very dangerous is it Axe Peak spot in Pure Land. Also a very dangerous spot. Okay, so we do have the Dryad Seed. We can turn that in as well. Whip Orb and... Okay, Earth Seed is here. That's good. We take that. Tiger, damn. Okay. First of all, we do this. See if I can sneak in a shot here. Yep. We have Lucid Barrier up, so let's go ahead and refresh this. Ah, damn. Alright, we're okay. Got him. Yeah, this is... Oh, crap. This is 3,400 HP, by the way. So it's going to take a little bit of time to kill. There we go. There we go. Alright, so try our watermelon spot after this. I could clear Sunken City while I'm here. Dark Seed? Yes. Okay, Dark Seed's here. Alright, so that's what, 6? Yeah, 6. Alright, so all that's left is the Fire Seed and the Light Seed, and then we'll be go mode. Okay, Red Dragon. Ooh. I'm gonna have to cast a Saber here. Yeah. Let me see if I can. I don't have any. I guess I can use Moon Saber here. Come on. Come on. Oh god. Get your butt on the screen. I might have to smack him with a spell. Get him to show up. There he is. Got him. Go ahead and refresh speed up. Got him. Ah. We ain't worried about your magic. Yeah, we had to use Moon Saber there because he's fire element and I got a fire element bow. So our regular hits weren't going to be doing as much damage. Okay. Money. 75K. I feel like checking mid game here. Let me see. Silphit's at Flammy Cave. I could check Northtown areas, I guess. Might as well. We'll try Castle. Go ahead and swap back just in case we run into, like, what y'all move? Run into a undead enemy or something. I honestly should start turning in seeds, but I'll turn in seeds after I do this. Okay, hexes. Alright, I want to change the element though. There we go. Ah. $37. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to switch her element there is because we don't want her like spamming Dispel. So Dispel is going to be level 6. And her Dispel is going to remove my speed up. And everything else I have on. So, ooh, Fire Seed. Okay. Alright, we are close. We just got to find that Light Seed. Okay, Bo just hit 5. Trying to think if I'm strong enough to kill Pure Land bosses. I might be able to, because if we can kill Sunken Continent bosses, then we should be able to kill Pure Land bosses. Okay, Minotaur. We don't have Sylphin, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to do... I probably can just Fire Bouquet him to hell, right? Yeah, we could just do this. Dead. Alright, Boom Orb, Spear Orb. Nothing there. Might as well check Northtown Ruins while I'm here. Might as well. I don't like double dip in this place, but it is what it is. Oh, Dispel. It's not nice. If I get another bow orb, I might just push to level 8. Are you serious, dude? I might just push to the level 8 bow and see what it is. Because we already know what the level 6 and 7 bows are. And they're not anything impressive. Okay, I honestly think we just blast him with Lucent Beam here. I need one more. Yep. That's a Cure Water. We can use offensive magic. We do have a full stock of walnuts, so that's not really going to help us through Pure Land, though. I mean, unless I spend the time to get Lumina to like level 7 or something, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, Glove Orb, Boom Orb. Maybe Dialect has a good hint for us, I don't know. Lumina Underground, thanks Dialect, I already got that. We found that like super early. Alright, Fire Gigas. Yeah. I think I have to run Stone Saber here. Yeah, I have to run Stone Saber here. Yeah. It might not be a bad idea to cast Wall either. Yeah, I might cast Wall here. This spot is 99 MP. Got him. Yeah, we only cast Wall there to stop his chain casting. Because Gigasis, if their agility gets high enough, which not in this case because it's vanilla stat growth, but if their agility gets high enough, then they can actually legitimately lock you down. Okay, there's that. Without you having any say. Okay, so yeah, I think we just start turning in seeds here. Okay, so we turned in Dryad Moon. Fire. We haven't even seen Fire Palace yet. We turned in the Wind Seed. We turned in the Water Seed. I don't think there's anything here, but you never know. The chances are I might need Sylphid to get through here too. Eh. Okay. We can also turn in the Dark Seed now too, since we have that. That Salamander as well. Okay, Spear Orb. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here. I mean, I could be wrong though. Please move out of the way. Okay, there's that. We might as well try to turn in the Fire Seed here because 1, we're already in here. 2, we have the whip. 3, we might be able to get through, but if we need Sylphid for this last orb, then we can't do it. So here's hoping we don't need Sylphid. Damn. Alright, so we do need Sylphid. We know where Sylphid is though. So if the Light Seed is at the Fire Seed pedestal, which I hope it's not, then we need to go to Flaming Cave to grab Sylphid. Meanwhile, we're going to turn in the Dark Seed. Yeah, we'll turn in the Dark Seed and see what we get out of this. And then after this, I guess we go for the Earth Seed turn in. This is already open. Are you good, Sprite? Yeah, you're missing a little bit, but that's fine. I think we can fire bouquet our way through this fight anyway. Yeah. Alright, so we turn in the Earth Seed after this. Then... And then I think we go Ice Palace. Or Ice Country, we can full clear that. Oh, never mind, it's here. Okay, Light Seed's here. Never mind. Alright, whip out. We're good to go. Let me see. We are, what, 30... 35 in Pure Land. We've got Griffin Helm, Cockatrice Cap, Imp's Ring, Best Guard on Sprite. I think we'll be fine. Stop here real fast. I think we'll be fine. I hope. There's nothing I want here. We'll save though. I could upgrade Sprite's weapon too, but I'm not going to do that. I don't think it's necessary. Because Pure Land bosses, I'm going to need to spam like Moon Energy and, you know, speed up and whatnot. We do have a pretty strong Fire Bouquet though, so if we run into anything that's fire weak, then we can use that, I guess. We do want to be super careful here though. I think we'll be okay. Okay, speed up just raw. Oh god. Big brother? Little brother. Okay, so let me see. Fire Bouquet does, I think, 1 damage. Yeah. Alright, so this might be a bit tricky actually. First of all, let's do this. Oh wow, he would stop right there. What? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, this ain't working. This ain't working. What do I have? I mean, I have a level 1 glove, but there we go. Just gotta hit with this damn thing. I probably shouldn't be using charge attacks on this thing either. Now? Nope, he moved out the way. Yeah, he's so flipping random with his movements. There we go. Got him. Woo, nice 777 there. Oh my god, stop. Yeah, I think I just use regular attacks here. Yeah. I think that's the way. I got one more. Yep. We ain't worried about his gym missile. I kind of wish I had Silver right about now, but that's alright. Yeah, fighting snakes with the bow is not the smartest idea, but I mean, if you can get the timing down, then it's okay, but it's hard to hit him with it. It's really hard to hit a moving target like this with the bow. And Sprite's not gonna do damage to this thing. Not with that weapon anyway. Oh my god, stop. What? I think it's coming from the... Let me hit your snack! Please! Only one of the downsides of using the bow. Oh, he got pygmy. Wow. Didn't think that happened. Oh, his thing might have wore off. His attack down buff or debuff. Yeah, it did. Ah, he moved up. I'm trying to get a good angle here. If I can just hit him. Right there. There we go. Woo! Snack though. Snack with a bow is painful. Okay, there's that. Fighting snakes with a bow is very painful. Very hard to hit them. I guess it's sort of my fault for not using any other weapon. Dark Lich. Okay, we got Lumina for you. Yeah. $127 damage Lucent Beam. Level 4 Lucent Beam, mind you. 127 damage. Moppleton, please buff Lumina. Please buff her. Alright, Bow Warp, Axe Orb. There's nothing here that we need. Whatever we get at this point is all good. Undini's here somewhere too. Because we got a hint saying Undini was in a volcano. Okay, this next spot I'm going to have to prepare here because this next spot, as I mentioned earlier, is quite dangerous as far as attack power. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, first thing we want to do is this. I ain't taking no chances on this guy. And then we want to throw up this. Yeah. $700. Oh, my speed up well. Yeah, this damage is with pretty much in-game armor and attack down debuff and defense up. He's still doing like 40-50 damage. Got him. So you can imagine how much damage these missiles would do if I didn't have any debuffs on him. Axe Beast spot is very scary. And so is Thunder Giga spot for that matter. Alright, boom orb, spear orb. Let's keep it moving. Level 40. We should be fine through the rest of this. Dragon? Yep, snow dragon. Okay, we can kill this guy quick. Okay. Like I said, if we come across anything with an elemental weakness to fire or to light, then we can utilize Fire Bouquet, Lucent Beam. Fire Bouquet especially since it's level 7. Alright, 2 more bosses and we're done. Make 3. Nope. Alright, same thing. Okay, this is 4400 HP in this spot though. Okay, my moon energy's gone. Yeah. What? Uh-oh. How much? Okay. Alright, not bad. Thunder Giga Spot does have high attack power, but it's only I think it's only his Blitz Breath that's high attack power, and not the actual spot. I might be wrong about the spot. I mean, it's a strong spot, don't get me wrong, but I think Thunder Gigas' Blitz Breath is a very strong physical attack. But I do know that Axe Beak spot is absolutely extremely powerful. Well, yeah. Warface. Can we just do this? Nope. Yeah, I'm actually gonna cast wall here. I don't have okay, hold on. I do have Stone Saber though. Oh, right. Duh. Duh, I cast wall on myself. Let's try that again. There we go. Nice. I want Sprite to stand in front of me. There we go. Yeah, the fight was pretty messy. Normally, Wallface has 0 magic defense, but he's in Blue Dragon spot, so he's going to have magic defense. Not to mention, we don't have Sprite magic. Alright, so that is going to do it for this challenge seed. Not too bad of a seed, honestly. It's just you have to know your limits and know what you can do and what you can't do. I feel as though farming straight for end game armor is pretty much the solution to vanilla enemy stat growth. Alright, so what are we getting? 147, like 16 or something? 17? Yeah. Alright, so 147.17 is our time for this challenge seed. Yeah, like I said, it's actually not too bad of a seed. Vanilla enemy stat growth. Don't get me wrong, it is a dangerous flag if you don't know how to handle it. But once you get like in-game armor, like vest guards, anything above that, gauntlets, anything above that. And what I mean by anything above that is like gauntlets, like ninja, what is it called? Ninja gloves, imps rings, watcher rings, dragon rings, amulet rings, fairy rings, vampire capes, fairy cloaks, power suits, griffin helms, stuff like that. Once you have access to those, once you have the money to buy those, then you don't have to worry about taking damage too much until you get to those certain locations that will just, the game just says, screw you, I'm going to damage you. Those spots being Snapdragon spot, Axe Peak spot, Dragon Worm spot. The Dragon Worm spot can be decently strong, but if you're dealing with those spots and you have access to stuff like Fire Bouquet, Defender, Lucid Barrier, Protection stuff, then by all means it's a good idea to just use them, because that way you take less damage and you don't have to worry about, healing, and you can pretty much stay on the offense. I also think that running vanilla enemy stat growth seeds, you kind of want to just play it front to back if you can, because you don't want to do things that you would normally do in like a weekly race or something. You don't want to be doing like early Pure Land runs, because you will get demolished. You don't want to be checking late game boss spots. You will get demolished without armor. And I know there's folks out there, they swear by not using armor. So I feel as though these kinds of seeds will just kill those players. But other than that, pretty straightforward. We just grind up the money, get, in-game armor, and then just look for the mana seeds. Make sure that we forge a good weapon, which we did. We got a level 5 bow, which, it carried us through most of the seed. We ended up having a sprite. Normally I call it a spriteless seed, but this is a seed where we do not have access to sprite magic at all. So we do have to use things like, speed up, lunar boost, moon energy, fire bouquet, lucid barrier, lucid beam, stuff like that, and have the boy just demolish everything. Now, I do know that choosing the bow, probably not the smartest idea. Um, Honestly, I probably should have went with maybe the axe or the whip even. I don't know, gloves. But yeah, it's okay. You know, certain bosses you don't want to be fighting with the bow, like snakes. You saw what happened with that snake fight. We weren't in any dangers, just took a while because I had a hard time hitting him because it's a snake. And snakes really the weapon you really want to use against snakes is anything that's melee, like sword or spear or glove, axe. Um, Even javelin is decent against snakes. But the bow, the bow and the boomerang are absolutely atrocious against snakes. But I mean, it's pretty much the strongest thing we had. So I just decided to just deal with it. Magic. One thing you have to know about vanilla enemy stats is that magic in Pure Land doesn't do a whole lot for you. Offensive magic, I should say, doesn't do a whole lot for you unless it's like level 7. And even then, you want to hit weakness. Like if you play through the vanilla game through Pure Land and your magic is, let's say, level 4 or level 5, you're not going to be doing much to those bosses. You really want to have your magic at level 7. And at level 7, I think magic does like 500 damage on weakness. So that's how strong those enemies' magic defenses are, because it's just otherwise you don't do damage and you have to rely on weapons. So yeah, swapped enemy AI. Like I said in the beginning, it sounds like it's a dangerous flag, but I don't know, it's really not. Enemies, they'll do weird things. They'll move in weird patterns that you're not used to. They'll do silly things like, I don't know, they'll just move randomly. They'll move erratically. Every once in a while they'll cast random spells or whatever. But it's really not a flag to get worried about, honestly. If anything, it's a good thing because that means swapped enemy AI kind of neuters certain enemies like Nemesis owls and ninjas. They like to cast burst. Owls silencing you. It's kind of a good thing because then they don't do those things. So I don't know. And then again, this flag has been wonky for the longest time. I don't even know if it's fully functioning. I want to say it's not, but who knows. But yeah, not too bad of a seed. I feel as though this is a decent time. Yeah, it could have been better, sure. If I have, actually picked a better weapon, like the axe or the gloves. But yeah, 147.17 is our time for this challenge seed. I will be doing more of these depending on what Meribot rolls, because sometimes Meribot rolls the same challenge seed. Meribot rolls a new challenge seed every month, so I know I haven't been doing too many challenge seeds before my hiatus last year. But if Meribot comes up with something interesting, then I'll give it a shot. If the flags are, spicy enough. So yeah, and I've done challenge seeds in the past, so you can look through my channel for those. Meribot hasn't really come up with anything interesting as far as challenge seeds. I mean, this one's kind of interesting, but swap enemy AI is not the most interesting flag there is. It sounds like it is, but really not. Vanilla enemy stack growth, like I said, it's it can be interesting. It can make seeds interesting. I think vanilla enemy stat growth and random enemies, random enemy spawns. That's where it gets spicy because if the enemies are spawning randomly and they have vanilla stats, that's when it gets interesting because you can have like, you know, in-game enemies, Pure Land enemies, Mana Fortress enemies in the Potos fields, and you won't have any way of getting through them. You won't have any way of killing them at level 1. But in this seed, the enemies, they retain their vanilla stats based on what spot they're in. So whatever appears in Rabbi spot, for example, is going to have, you know, 20 HP and low stats and whatnot. But yeah, here's hoping sometime down the line we get something along the lines of vanilla enemy stat growth plus random enemy spawns. Then we'll have a seed with a couple of deaths, depending. But who knows? All right, anywho, that is it for this seed. I will see y'all later.